What's going on, everybody? I hope everybody's having a good day. It's your boy Al once again with another video, but there ain't really no context to this, it's just me going to one of my therapist appointments and whatnot. So just one of those drive and talk videos, not really anything in my mind specifically, but it is kind of difficult because I'm one of those dudes, that have been diagnosed with depression and whatnot. But the crazy thing is that one of my main issues is having vertigo. And as you see, I'm behind the wheel of a car. But one thing that our fellow people gotta stop doing is this toxic masculinity. We can't keep putting each other down. We can't keep telling each other to man up, because it makes other people not want to go and seek help that they need. What a lot of people don't realize is that when you do that, you could be, it can be triggering, and that person might have a lot of pent-up aggression, and it might just let them explode on you. That's the last thing that you want to do, is to have that person release all their tension, all their anger, and they just have all that pent-up rage, and it just heads towards you, And I know a lot of people is like, well, that person have no business, or that person have no right in doing nothing like that, because I didn't do anything towards them. But not everybody know how to contain that level of anger like that, Like, of course, we're all human, so we all have that whole moments of depression, moments of anxiety, but there's people that go through it every single day. Every day is a battle when it comes down to it. So it's like, no matter if it's breakfast, they're mad at breakfast, they're depressed at breakfast, they have anxiety over breakfast. You know what I mean? When they wake up in the morning, that's how they feel. Sometimes when they get up, that feeling comes over them. It's not a situation that triggers it. When they wake up, it's there. When they go to sleep, it's there. When they're in their thoughts, it's there. It's not always because of an event. It just happened to be there. So a lot of people have to be understanding when it comes to that. So one of the things that I have is that I just want people to be aware when it comes to these situations. It's like, just because you yourself might have the will to be able to get over certain things, not everybody else can. Just like how that there's certain things in your life that you can get over quickly, not everybody else can. Everybody's minds is wired so differently. It's like, you have to understand that, like how you want people to understand what triggers you. Like, you might not like it if somebody called you a coward, and you understand that it might not be much of a big deal, but you want people to understand where you're coming from. You have to be willing to understand where these people are coming from as well too, part of life, right? It have to be a mutual thing, give and take. That's just how life works, And it took me a long while to even want to go to these appointments and whatnot too. And it's not easy to have to sit down with somebody who don't know me from a hole in the wall except for what they see on a chart. It's just basically like repeating to a stranger what I repeat to my closest people. And even to my closest people, I don't tell them every single thing, where my dark mind goes and whatnot. And even then, there's so many people, except for if they see this video and whatnot, it's like nobody have any idea what goes on in my head. It's like I hide it very well. That's like a talent of mine. You know, of course, like if I have like a moment on Facebook and then I'm letting people know, you know, because I feel that mental awareness is so important. You know, like I lost so many friends to like suicide and stuff like that. And I had no idea that they was going through like mental issues and stuff, you know? And people have to be aware of that stuff. It's hard. It's hard to tell, you know? So, what can we do to be aware? Not to be aware, but what can we do? Be more sympathetic, you know? When people is asking for help in their own way, don't belittle what they say. Don't tell people to man up. It's even to the point that you don't want to joke about it. You don't know how it affects that individual. You know? When people go through anxiety, be more understanding about it. You know, and there's so many cues that it basically shows when a person is going through those things. Like when their speech pattern messes up, when they twist around words, when they say things backwards, you know, those are all signs, not all signs, because I only said a very little, but there's signs of anxiety, you know? And I feel that people should be aware of them, you know? And there's so many of us, I can't say us because I've been diagnosed, but there's so many people that are going around that haven't been diagnosed, but they know that they have issues. And they're afraid to go get the help because they don't want to be judged, you know? Or they're just afraid of being considered crazy or something, but therapy is a good thing, you know? And they have a better outlook when it comes to other people as well too. So it's good for them, and it's good to have just an outlook when it comes to other people. You know, like they'll know how to interact with people that have the same issues that they have. Or even when it comes to different issues that they might not be fully aware of. You know? That's my outtake when it comes to it. You know, so I say, if you feel that you might have depression, anxiety, or things keep coming up because you have like a certain past or a traumatic experience or something, you know, I say speak to somebody and don't let them things like hinder you down, because you might need it, you know? Don't diagnose yourself, you know? Like, you can go through a lot of depression, but it could be something else, you know? I say, see what's good, get checked, because a lot of us are unchecked. And then, during the spare of a moment, something might trigger us, and then we're just flipping the hell out and have no idea the reason why we are. You know? I say we help ourselves before we wreck ourselves. You know? Man. But me, I never knew that vertigo would be the icing on the cake. You know, between vertigo, this foot injury that I still have, and amongst a few other things, of course, it's like, man, it's crazy. And that's it. You know? When I'm at my destination, I'm gonna do some minor tweaks to the video later, I guess. But it's time for me to sit down and talk to the doctor. And I hope all of y'all have a great day or night, whenever y'all check this out and whatnot. So y'all just be mindful of what I just said. Y'all take it easy. Peace.